Good day, everyone, and welcome to Different Stages Radio. I'm your host, JJ, broadcasting in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And my guest today is one of the world's most prolific hard rock vocalists of our lifetime. You know him from Rainbow, Michael Schenker, Alcatrazz, Impellitteri, and of course, the Graham Bonnet Band, who will be releasing their brand new live album, DVD, Blu-ray, Lost in Hollywood Again, on December the 12th on Frontiers Music. Please welcome my guest, Graham Bonnet. How are you?
Holy cow, where is he? Are you talking about me? Yeah, I'm glad. Thanks for advertising the DVD. That's that's nice. Thank you.
Well,
That's
no,
cool.
I'm super looking forward to it because I've been a hoarder of your last number of live album and DVD sets. So this will be another
Yeah,
nice one to have a physical piece of
yeah,
product in my catalog. The two lead-off singles so far, the two sample tracks of Since You've Been Gone and then Night
yeah.
Winds sound phenomenal. Are you happy
Well,
with the final
yeah.
product?
Oh, thank you. Everybody's been. I can't look at it. I'm always the same. I can't watch anything I've done because I don't know. Because you always pick it to pieces. I think everybody's the same. Any kind of workman, working on the road or whatever it may be, a farmer. I didn't cut that. No, that's not right. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. And that's what I'm like. It's like I should have done that again. But when it's live, you can't do it again. So I can't listen. I probably listened to it in about 4 years.
Once you're lost in Hollywood, again, maybe, perhaps.
Yeah, I got it there, and I got it again. Yeah, but, when we did the final show I did with Rainbow, the Castle Donington thing, I couldn't watch it until like it must have been about 3 years later, and then I watched it because Don and I were very, very tired. I remember that night, and Don saying to me, "God, I'm tired, Graham. Are we going to get through this? Being on the road for months." And I said, I don't know, man. I feel a bit, a bit throaty and tired. Anyway, it was a good show. I was very surprised how good it turned out. But that's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. So I'll shut up.
But you have a great, like the current band that you have is just solid.
Yeah.
The chemistry seems to be really good. So it seems any footage I've seen, it's just, yeah, everybody's gelling really well. So can you talk a
Yeah.
bit about your band?
Yeah. Well, Bethany Heavenstone is our bass player who is sitting right here. And you just saw her about a couple of minutes ago. And she's also our manager, tour manager, flights, hotels, blah, 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 blah. I'm looking for management right now because she can't do it all. We need someone to help us out, I think, a little bit. But that's Bethany. Then we have Conrado Pesanado, who's our guitar player, who's very good. He's not here right now, but he's incredible. And Alessandro.
Bertoni.
Oh, Bertoni. Oh, I always go, Alessandro, what kind of spaghetti? No. Bertoni. It's Alessandro Bertoni. I just blanked out for a second. And then, of course,
Francis Casal.
this Francis Casol. I always want to say something very rude there because it does sound like, yes, it does,
Yes.
doesn't it? And Francis, that's why I never say his name on stage. Francis, yes, Francis Casol. Casol. He's our drummer and and our keyboard player. But yeah, so it's a good band. Everybody's really tight, and we're looking forward to getting back on the road again when we finish this album. It's going to be okay, I think, because we have some guests on there that are pretty pretty nice, pretty good ones. So I'm talking about Bruce, all right? Yeah, I'm just asking if I can. There are certain people I can't mention, but I can mention one. That's can I? Sure. Bruce Bruce Dickinson. Bruce Dickinson is on one of the songs with me. We've done a well, I haven't done my part yet. Bruce has done his part already. He's taken out the last part of a song, like the verse, pre-chorus, and then to the chorus and ad libs at the end or something. And I have to do my bit, which is at the beginning. So we got him. And what's the name of the other guy?
Kai Hansen from Halloween.
Yeah, I can't think of this name either. Ty Hansen
Kai.
from Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Kai Hansen?
Hi. Hi.
Kai
Yeah,
Hansen.
him
Yeah.
from Halloween, who I
Nice.
don't know, but I do know Bruce. Yeah, he's also on the album. But there are other people that we're trying to get a hold of. We haven't quite got them there yet, but yeah, it's going to be good anyway. But Bruce has done an incredible part. Kai hasn't done his bit yet. So we're looking forward to that.
So is Kai just doing vocals, or is he going to play some guitars?
Yeah, you know something? I don't know if he wants to play guitar as well.
Mhm.
Because Conrad was mentioning that yesterday. I think he might do both, you know. He's a pretty good singer and a pretty good guitar player. So, hey, why not both?
For sure. So do you have a kind of target date in mind for this, or?
What date we're thinking of
For Kai or for when the album comes
for
out?
the album? Album when it comes out?
Late spring.
Yeah, late spring, she says.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, well, we've got to get on it. We've just got some new equipment today to start recording, and Conrad's pretty happy with that because we all record everything vocally at home. So we're getting on to that probably sometime today or tomorrow because we've got a lot to do. We've got I think seven or eight songs already completed lyrically and melodically, but I haven't done my parts yet. You know, so that's going to be fun.
Do you have a title for the album yet?
No. Can you think of one? I don't bloody well know. I don't know. I mean, the last one was A Day Out of Nowhere. Probably this is A Day Out in Somewhere. I don't know. It might be, what will happen is usually you take it, the title of the album from a song, you know, and if something funny comes up and go, oh yeah, that's the title, you know. I really don't know yet.
Yeah, because you already answered a bunch of questions for me there. Because yeah, I was going to ask about a follow up to Day Out of Nowhere, which was great, and I loved the book as well.
Oh,
Just
thank you.
just stellar. So it's nice. I'm already jacked to hear some new. So will this be under the Graham Bonnet Band moniker
Yeah.
or a different name?
Yeah, indeed it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm very proud of, you know, using my name as a band name because I always thought my name was a bit stupid. You know, Graham Bonnet, you know, at school. Oh, hello, hat. No, it's Bonnet, you know. All the kids used to take the piss out of me, you know. And Easter, come on, Easter. Yeah, Easter Bonnet. Yeah, I know, I know. So I always thought that my name was a bit funny, if anything else, you know. It's like John Cleese, you know his real name? John Cheese. That's his real name.
There
So
you
he
go.
changed it from cheese to please, which isn't so funny. You know what I mean? I didn't know that till recently, a little while ago. And so I had a manager once that said to me, "You can't go on stage with a name like Graham Bonnet. It's just not, you know, doesn't sound right." And she said, "How about something like Zachariah, Zachariah Lee?" And I said, so I've kept my name and use it as the band title, and they all agree with it. They like the band title. And what one person said to me a few years ago, I was trying to get a band together with some other people, and she said, "Why don't you just call it Bonnet?" I said, "No, no, I can't just call it. It's not quite like Dio. Dio sounds kind of like yeah, but Bonnet sounds soft and fluffy, doesn't it?" So, oh, anyway, we got the name now, and we're sticking with it.
Well, now on that, so then maybe I'll switch gears for a second because you mentioned putting a band together a couple of years ago. I was going to bring this up later, but maybe now's the time. Looking back, I think it was June 2021. You had mentioned something about a Graham Bonnet version of Alcatrazz with Jeff Loomis.
Yes.
Has that materialized anything? Is that on pause? Is what's
Yeah, it's on, at the moment. Yeah, it's on pause because Jeff is doing his own thing right now with his band. He's getting that together, and he got in touch with us very recently, and because I said to him, you know, I'm going to do this because I've written seven songs with him already, which I did a year ago. You know, when we were going to get it together.
seven
So,
with Jeff Loomis? Wow,
pardon?
7 songs with Jeff Loomis already. That's incredible.
I tell you something, he's great. His arrangements are fantastic, and you know, it takes you, you know, in another place. It's not all widdly widdly. It actually is a guy playing guitar, like Michael Schenker. You know, Michael Schenker has a certain way of playing, which is very recognizable, and so is Jeff. You know, and I was really pleased to actually work with him because it gave me a bit of an adventure and gave me a challenge to write words and melody to these songs that were quite long, you know, 6 inches. No, that's what she said. 6 inches. Good grief, Bethany. It wasn't me, it was her. Yeah, so they're all ready to go. I could, you know, I wish I could sing them to you now or play them or something, but they're ready to go. And Jeff he still wants to do it even after all this time when he's been getting his own band together and getting back on the road again or whatever. So I really hope we can do it soon, hopefully next year. you know.
Oh,
I don't
it's
know.
not so it's still on the horizon. It's just TBA at this point.
Yeah, it is. Yes. Yeah. Pretty
Now,
much.
now back to Lost in Hollywood again. That was recorded August of last year at the
Yeah.
Whiskey A Go Go. For those
Mhm.
who haven't been to the Whiskey, there's clearly some great history and memories there. What were
Yeah.
some of your first memories of playing at the Whiskey? And is there a certain presence you feel when you're on that stage?
Well, for me, it's not so much as for Conrad and Bethany. They played on that stage way more than I have. When I was with Michael Schenker a few years ago, we did 2 nights there, and it was kind of like weird. I thought, well, you want to play here? Why are we doing 2 nights in this place when we should be doing it in a bigger place? But the whiskey to me, I had a picture of it when I was living in England of being sort of, wow, the whiskey a go-go, something really fantastic and huge, but it's not. It's basically a pub, and you go in there, oh, it's just a bloody pub for Christ's sake. But it is. It's a place where a lot of bands start off. In fact, Bethamy's son played there recently, didn't he? Yeah, Beth, son, is a drummer. Been playing for 4 or 5 years now, and it's really good. And he's got a punk band, and they played there a little while ago. So it's a starting point. It's a stepping stone to something better, and anyway, something better. I tell you what, I saw Bruce play there, Bruce Dickinson. He's got that other band, that other band, and it was fantastic. And I love him. He's great. He's just a great singer and a great person. But he played there, so hell, everybody's played there, And it's one of those places, as I said, it was kind of disappointing to me. I go, oh no. I tell you another place was like that. It was in Japan, the Budokan. When I went to when we played the Budokan, again, I expected like, a great big opera house or something, and it's not. It's a small theater with I don't know if you've been there, but it's not what I imagined. And I had this thing in my brain about the whiskey being some incredible place. But it is. It's still an incredible place, but for a different reason. It's a good starter for everybody, every musician in this little town, you know.
And you touched on Michael Schenker and the Michael Schenker Fest
Yeah.
that you were on touring on for a number of years.
Yeah.
Now, I was thinking, and I saw that when you played in Vancouver, I think it was 2018 or 2019, phenomenal show. But I was
Yeah.
wondering for someone like yourself, did you find that run a bit awkward at times as far as keeping momentum and steam and intensity going for yourself when you're here and there for a bit and you're not on stage the whole time? Is it hard to
Yeah.
keep that momentum going?
Yeah. The adrenaline thing. No, actually, it was quite good because it gave me a chance to rest and just sit back and have a drink of water or whatever. It was fun. It was so much fun. And to sing with Robin and with the other guys, it was just incredible. I love Robin McAuley. I love his voice. It's so different from everybody else. But it's we all blended together. We all took part in doing the harmony and backing harmony and lead vocals, blah 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 blah. So it was good fun. And to sit down for 20 minutes and listen to them play. Oh, you're on now, Graham. All right then. Back on again. It was good. It was very, very good. And I would love to do it again, but I don't think Michael's into doing that same show again. He's very military in the way he puts shows together. You go here, you go there, and you walk out here, and don't do that. No, 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 no. You're wrong. He's German. It's very military. But he's got it right. I mean, he's got it right, absolutely. And he plays incredibly well. I love him. He's a nutcase, but I love him.
And I was thinking back to like during that period when you're, first getting your feet wet in like really wet as far as Rainbow, the Michael Schenker years, the Alcatrazz, and I'm looking at
Yeah.
the discographies of things, and I'm thinking from your moment in Rainbow through to the debut Alcatrazz, and in between there we have the Schenker album, we have your solo album. That's within a 5-year gap.
Yeah.
Do you ever have a chance to sit back and go, how the hell did I do that? How did we do that?
Yeah. Well, I often think, how did I do that, or how did we do that? It's when how many years have I been doing this? I started, singing sort of, recording, I should say, when I was 18 years old. And I think, oh crap, I was only 18 when I did that, 1968, 18 or 19 or somewhere in between. And now I look at this and there's a lot of tunes to pick from to put a live show together. And it's hard to say which kind of music, which kind of album I like best because I like them all, from Michael, Impellitteri, of course, Rainbow, etc., and Alcatrazz. There are a certain amount of songs that I don't like doing because I remember on the second album, on the first album, I should say, of Alcatrazz, it was a bit of a tester. We're testing the water there, and I wanted to put a band together that was like Rainbow. And so we had this guy, Yngwie Malmsteen, who he looked like Ritchie Blackmore. He played like Ritchie Blackmore, but developed it more than Ritchie. And he was incredible, and he still is. And I just wanted to do on the next album because Yngwie left something different when Steve Vai came into the band, and he just left Frank Zappa, and so he had a different way of looking at music and songs. And that was great for me because as I said before, I like a challenge. Give me a song that I can. Ooh, what can I do here? What can I do? Because it's like a mathematical bloody problem. Sometimes, and I enjoy that very much. It takes me a long time to put the poetry together and the music, the melody, but hell, I love it. It's great. Keeps my brain working.
Which is crucial. And that's what I'm feeling too, is that it's very important for you to keep creating and keeping busy to keep the wheels going.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Because, nothing to do with me. Well, it is, yeah, but it's to do with me. Personally, I have a family that suffered. My brother, I lost him to Alzheimer's, and my dad. And it kind of runs in the family. My brother was 73. My dad was 92. Now, it's kind of okay, but my brother shouldn't have gone. It's we went to see his grave a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, whatever it was, when we were in England, and I miss him terribly, and my dad. My brother was the inspiration for my swept back hair, and all that kind of thing, 1950s thing. My brother introduced me to rock and roll when he was, a teenager. He used to bring home records from Buddy Holly and Little Richard, all that, that stuff. And I, at the time, we listened to the radio back then, 1950 something. It was all Perry Como, opera singers, and instrumental stuff on the radio. But suddenly, Buddy Holly comes in, and Little Richard's like, "Oh, what's that?" And we used to listen to Radio Luxembourg, 208 Radio Luxembourg. That was really the only station you could hear that had new rock and roll in it. So, and it was like, yeah, fine tuning. It's always like, "Hey, well, it was all like that." But we got to hear some parts of songs that we, never heard before. And but my brother, bless his heart, he really got me into rock and roll, and there's no doubt about it. And also my parents, they're very encouraging. I bless them.
And now you've had the luxury, though, as you know, playing with some brilliant musicians, remarkable musicians over your years. And I was curious, just for fun, if you want to play a little bit of game, but if you don't have to, if you're not feeling the need, but I'm thinking if you could, just for fun, without offending any people that you've played with, if you could pick
Yeah.
two guitar players, a bass player, a drummer, keyboard player, maybe an honorary triangle player.
Yeah.
Who would you?
That's
who
what I
would
was
you
just
pick?
So I was talking about the triangle player to Bethany and Conrad the other day. I said, when we have music, when I was about 5 years old, when we have music class, all the kids got drums and shit. I got the fucking triangle. Graham, ding, ding, ding. Why me? I wanted the bloody drums and maracas and all that. But I was very disappointed. But if I could, I would always say Cozy Powell, drummer. He's my number one. Bethany Heavenstone, bass, because she's brilliant at what she does. She really is. Um, let me think. Guitar player, all of them. I would have. Let me think. Well, actually, I would say Rory Gallagher was was my friend, and I've written a song for him that's going on this album. It's called "No One Ever Sang for Rory." They didn't. It was all Jimi Hendrix and whatever. But Roy had this amazing way of playing a great show. So I'd say Rory and probably Gary Moore as well, you know, which is another one. Um, Drummer, Cozy, bass, Bethany. What am I missing? Keyboards.
Keys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don Airey, who else? Or Jon Lord, which both I played with. If John was here, I'd say, oh, John, I'd have both of them. We did a show in the Black Forest a few years ago. It was a show about animals in the, oh God, what's it called? Oh, what's it called, that show?
Oh,
Oh, Wind in the Willows. It's called Wind in the Willows. I was an animal. We're all animals and characters in this show, but we all had music to go with our character. I was a badger, which is lovely. So we had John playing keyboards, Don Airey playing keyboards, Zach Starkey playing drums, Peter York playing drums. So we had two drummers, three keyboard players actually, because Tony Ashton was another one. So we had three great Hammond players, and it was amazing. So God, it's hard to choose, but there were so many great musicians I've worked with. To be so lucky is unbelievable. I never thought I would ever meet Jon Lord, for instance. Let's say that, Deep Purple and blah blah blah. It's just like, oh God, incredible. I've just been lucky, and I was in the right place at the right time. I think that's all it is.
Timing is
It is, yeah,
perfect. Yes. And I
yeah,
also think of other great players that you played with as well, and hence the shirt. I wanted to ask you about Pat Torpey. Do you have
yeah,
any stories or memories of Pat Torpey? Because I think he's often an overlooked
yeah.
drummer and also vocalist. The guy's got a phenomenal
Good voice.
voice. Yeah,
Yes, he had. Yeah,
yeah.
he had. Oh, I like to say he has instead of he had. We'd finish when I was working with Chris. We would do rehearsal. Then Pat would get up and say, "Okay, I'll see you tomorrow." So I'd see you tomorrow, Pat. And then we'd hear this drumming going on. He was in another room playing, just playing, just playing. He was so dedicated to a drum kit, banging stuff. Which is it's okay. The drummer's, oh, shut up, I can't hear what I'm doing. And he would always, when we used to rehearse, I remember Pat would always say, concentrate, keep it together now, keep it together, right? So he would sort of organize the band because we were, blah, 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 Chris, don't play that bit. So he kept the arrangement together and everything else. And also got it started on rehearsing, which reminds me of Cozy actually, because Cozy was the same kind of thing. He was very good with arrangements, editing parts of songs out because they were too freaking long. Guitar players, they go on forever. But Pat was a great guy and really dedicated to his job, and he was a good singer too, as you said. But we only played. Actually, we only recorded with him. I don't think he played live with us. We only did like two or three gigs with Impellitteri, and we had different drummers. I can't remember who they were now, but oh God, I can't think. But we had a couple of different drummers, and as I said, we only played a couple of gigs together. It was never really a live band back then, but it is now. And we saw Chris in Japan when we played there, and he has his own band now. So that was kind of cool to be around him. And I went and sang a song with him, a song. I went and sang a song with him here, boys. Yeah, So it was kind of cool to be back again with him, and the audience went berserk, because it's me and Chris and blah blah blah. Yeah, it was good.
Now, with as dense of a discography as you have and the songs that you could pick and choose from, you've done still a remarkable job with Lost in Hollywood again as far as picking a set. But how hard is it for you to really kind of go, there's all this stuff. How do I get it down to that,
Yeah.
trim it back while also trying to accommodate all the different fans?
Yeah, I know it is very difficult. So we put in songs in the set we have, from my solo stuff and a little bit from Alcatrazz, Michael Schenker, and of course Rainbow. But oh God, I mean, I look back at stuff I recorded, and I want to put it in the show, but it doesn't suit the kind of audience we play to. And it's always good to look at the audience and see, do I wear a suit tonight? Or do I just wear my jeans and t-shirt? It's that kind of a thing. do we play these songs for these guys or something else, because I've got a lot of crap to go through. I've been recording for a long time and I've got what I think are good songs. We do one of the songs was Night Games, a song called Night Games. You know that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. I
Well,
mean, that's the
yeah.
song I thought, I wonder how well this will go down, you know. But we saw the audience singing the bloody thing when we were in England or somewhere, and they're all singing the verses. I'm going, what's the verse? I've forgotten it. It was amazing how much they do know, and songs from the book and, A Day Out of Nowhere. So it's very rewarding to see the audience actually participating in the act. Without them, we ain't us. They have to feed us, you know?
And I see there's some really not just the amazing double disc that's or single disc, but the DVD and Blu-ray, but also some really nice vinyl editions coming out. I saw some gold vinyl limited to I think 99 copies and a splatter vinyl on the Frontiers shop. So if you're not aware of
Yeah.
it yourself, Graham, you might want to go take a look on the Frontiers US
Oh,
shop, and I think there's on the Frontiers Italy shop as well. But yeah, I was looking at that stuff, and I'm going to post links at the end of this interview so people can
yeah.
buy these bundles directly because yeah, there's t-shirts and
Oh,
hoodies.
wow.
There's a whole shebang of stuff, and I think even including maybe a couple test pressings of
Really?
Lost in Hollywood again on vinyl. Yeah,
Holy crap. We didn't know about this, did we?
you might want to get on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Bethany just told me she's on it.
Well, to get on, I mean, it's part of our.
Yeah, it's part of the Frontiers things, but it was part of the deal. And I never deal with the business. She does. And she knows all about it, right? So it's okay.
It's all good.
So now
It's all good.
at least now you won't be blindsided when other people bring it up to you. You're like, oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, what the fuck is it? Yeah, I know. I mean, there
Oh,
have been a few of those in the past,
yeah.
bootleg album, vinyl and whatever else, it's like,
Selling tons and tons. The
well,
only thing we didn't realize was he was pocketing all the profit.
yeah,
We never got
yeah,
any of it.
yeah, I know. Oh, good. So that's okay.
Well, Graham, I really appreciate your time today. I know you got other things on your agenda today, but I'm really looking forward to the full package of Lost in Hollywood again, CD,
Yeah,
DVD, Blu-ray, vinyl, the whole whack. Looking forward to your new record, hopefully coming out in late spring. At least it's in
yeah, yeah,
process. Looking
yeah.
forward to hearing a title soon. Looking forward to announcing more dates in 2026. Do we have any dates that we can talk about yet or not?
I don't know.
Everything is swirling around, waiting to be connected together. But yeah, I don't want to say anything just yet. But there's going to be a lot.
A time frame? Like any kind of block of time?
Starting in May.
Starting in May? Okay.
There you go.
There's a lot.
She knows it all, I never know anything. Just point me where we're going. Where are we?
Before we go too, I wanted to say I saw you post the other day some thoughts on Ritchie Blackmore. We're hoping
Yes.
it's in stable condition. We don't know where we don't want to speculate.
Yeah.
Do
Do you know what's the deal there? Because I just saw
I
it,
don't.
some
I don't.
problems.
That's the thing. I don't want to speculate. I hope he's fine, but I appreciate the words that I saw that you wrote about him. That's very
Yeah.
very cool of you. So
I do think about him every day. It's it's one of those things I enjoyed so much being with Rainbow and my friends, Cozy and Don Airey and Roger Glover, as well as Ritchie. It was just such a happy family for a while. Even though there were, disputes about my haircut, um, which was always Ritchie, and the clothes I wore. But Ritchie's he's really a good friend. He's a very shy friend, but he's a good friend. And he really taught me a lot, and so did Roger Glover and, well, the whole fucking band, really. That was such an experience I'll never forget, and I always appreciate it. If it wasn't for them, I don't think I'd be talking to you now, you know. Or Russ Ballard, since you've been gone. Oh, Russ, by the way, he's written 3 songs for our album. And so far, I think we've chosen 2 of them that are kind of a little bit, a little bit like that. But there was one that's really kind of poppy, but we might be able to change it. And he wrote to me and he said, "Look, I've got a 3rd song I can send you. I'm in the middle of doing it right now, and I'll send you in a week or so." And it is a bit It's not like Since You've Been Gone, but I don't think it's as good as Since You've Been Gone. What? What? But don't say that. Don't tell anybody. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. We might do all of them. We might.
I think you will.
I think we will too. Yeah, I think so, probably.
Well, Graham Bonnet, once again, this has been a phenomenal moment with you, and I look forward once again to Lost in Hollywood again, coming out on December the 12th on Frontiers Music, and we will see you at some point in 2026. All the best.
Yeah. Okay, JJ, thank you.
Take care, Bethany, as well.
Yeah, Bethany as well. Yes, she's our leader, you know.